western Pennsylvania, they wouldn't dream of missing this one as you get a look inside snowy Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. Now the former rushing champ. This is Arian Foster. A gain of 3, second down. Offensive starters now, and they will be looking for a spark from Arian Foster.
Definitely the type of running back that you lean on, whether it's in the run game, the pass game, or protecting his quarterback. There's not a whole lot Arian Foster can't do.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They keep it in the hands of Foster. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the Texans will turn it over to the active leader in punting yards, and that's Shane Lechler. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Brian Cushing, the linebacker, in on the tackle. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And now a first down following that long gain. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger finding time. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Vince Wilfork is a terrific player. The first thing you notice, obviously, is his size. But his agility will surprise you. He can play defensive end as well as hold down the middle as a defensive tackle.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
12 yards to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is caught at the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Their dangerous wide receiver, 36 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now for the point after. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Let's go!
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
2nd and just 1. Foster alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
They'll try and run for it with Foster. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. At the end of one, 7-0 is our score. More from the Steel City coming up after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. And Daniels has it left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Second down, Prescott to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Prescott from the gun on third. And he finds Daniels. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
First down carry for Foster. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A second down throw for Prescott. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Prescott. Shorts on the reception over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And look at this. He's going to keep it. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And heading back onto the field now, the Texans defense. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Hey. Four down. Black.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there, not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Three down.
A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft.
Key and tight end. You got three down. Set. 180.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Three down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Over the middle here to Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Yeldon, the lone running back. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First down, Prescott. He's got Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Third down now following the completed pass.
Here we go. 38.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He finds his target, Fuller. And it coughed it up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. Now Ben on 3rd and long, surveying the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Holding offense. A penalty is declined.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The drive will start with Arian Foster, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. Second and 5.
Here we go.
Second down, Prescott. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Final play of the half. Prescott is going to float this one deep right side. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, let's roll the highlights. Midway through the first, James is found on the quick pass, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 45. Sticking with the same drive, Roethlisberger's going to find his mark, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. The Steelers up by a touchdown. Steelers have it late in the second. James is found on the quick pass, and 14 yards later, he's going in for the score. That puts them on top by 14. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. Let's get back up to Pittsburgh as we hand it back over to Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So second down, 3 yards to go now.
Strong right. Strong right. 3 down, 20. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to just see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Wide open receiver complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So the offense has it first and 10. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 46 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now 24. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go.
Prescott now on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Daniels has it left side. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Fresh set of downs here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey,
This is Foster. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go. Red 38.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's caught right side by Daniels. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Foster alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Prescott now from the 50. And his throw here is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. On the catch, it's Andre Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
From the red zone now, Prescott can't find anyone open. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Hopkins, the one receiver right. On 2nd down, Prescott again. He finds his target. It's Owen Daniels, the tight end.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. And again, it's Prescott. And Daniels has it left side. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Foster alone in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Hopkins, the one receiver right. 2nd down, Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Lamar Woodley from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And now they're in the hurry-up. 3rd and long for Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
On is Nick Novak now for the Texans field goal. And Novak's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because Every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on third. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.